Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in, and it never tasted this good.
Good evening and Roll Tribe, ICC fans, as we're back under the lights here of the Davis Event Center as the Lady Indians are getting set to take on Columbia State. I'm Adam Gore, joined by Jim Ingram. And Jim, it's good to be back for basketball.
You're right, Adam. The calendar's turned over. We're November 1. We finished football. We're jumped into basketball, and we're glad you're joining us. Looking for an exciting year with the ICC women and the ICC men.
As this is the Davis Ford pregame show, we had a chance to talk with Coach Robin Porter at the start of the season to kind of preview the season and tell us a bit more about this basketball team. So let's go to that interview now here on the ICC Sports Network. And now we're talking with Coach Robin Porter here at ICC. Women's basketball season getting set to tip off. And, Coach, just talk about the excitement for you, your players, your coaching staff that basketball is finally back.
Oh, man, it's been exciting. We got 10 freshmen, 2 returners from last year, and some more sophomores that we transferred in. But it's been exciting, a whole new roster, a whole new learning how to coach again. That's just the enjoyment of basketball.
Well, let's start with the preseason. You've played a lot of tough competition in your jamborees. Just talk about those jamborees and maybe some of the biggest things you've learned about your team this season.
I always want to be battle tested early to see what we got, to see who's going to compete, who's going to step up. So we had a couple of teams in, October 2nd, and then 2 of them yesterday that let me know that my kids will compete. They might not do everything I want, but they will compete. They're going to play hard, and hopefully we have a good outcome every time they step on the floor.
And that's really what a Robin Porter coach team has come to be known as, a team that you know you're going to get it all 4 quarters, and they're going to come hard, they're going to play defense. So is that what you're looking to base the team on again this year, especially with a young squad?
Yes, I love the press. I just love kids that love to play hard and they love basketball, and they're coachable. So this group has really bought in this season with having so many freshmen, and they're working hard. They play together on and off the court. So it's going to be an exciting season with them.
And now back this year is Coach Adams, your assistant coach. Talk about her and how you have kind of molded over the years now to form your coaching staff.
So with Coach Adams, with her coming in, the 4th year? She has more taken over the defensive side, and I have taken more focus on the offense. And so that has made it a little bit more easier in practice when we do certain drills. She focuses on hard. But sometimes I tag team in on that side too. And then, we have Coach Chip, the volunteer. He steps in really well, especially with recruiting. But he comes up here and he gives his input. He's more of the old fundamental guy that sees little details of make him go left, make him go right. He's big on ball handling drills. But both of them really works hard behind the scenes. I wouldn't be able to be successful or sleep at night if it weren't for them. Absolutely.
Well, we did the chop rally the other night, a very fun event, and you had Katie Beth kind of go off on the three-point shot. Talk about what your offense is going to focus on. Inside out, is it going to create off the break, or what's your thoughts on this team's offensively?
Because we got so many guards, we kind of guard heavy, and a lot of them can do different things. The offense can go different kinds of ways. And it just depends on which freshman is going that night. I can't just base it off, I'm going to go to this person or go to that person. It's going to be what we do the night before practice and kind of go from there.
I got you. And then let's talk about the bigs. I know that's always something that's tough to get on this level because if somebody's tall and good, you know, the bigger level's going to pick up. But talk about your bigs this year and your expectations with them.
Oh, my bigs, I love each one. They work hard, they rebound well, they run the floor well. Some areas you may be small at, but their heart make up for their height.
Gotcha. Now, who are some players that you're looking at to be the leaders of the team early on to help bring these young players into the game? Because it's a big jump from high school to JUCO that a lot of people don't realize. Speed of the game, the intensity of the game, the shot clock, so many things that go into it. So who are you going to look at or lean on early that have been there and done that to be team leaders for you?
Well, first I'm looking for Cece, who played for me last year, and she's really the only one that got experience this past year under me. So I'm looking for her to help the freshmen out a lot more, so with her knowing what I want. And then I have some more transfers, as in Shayla Golden out of Arkansas, and then Kamaya, who transferred from Jones, who will come in behind Cece to help get these freshmen going and tell them what we need or don't need for us to be successful.
Well, a big change on the roster, or not the roster, but the schedule this year is you're no longer playing those oddball 1 or 2 conference games before Christmas. So you're going to have basically, you call it a preseason before you get to your second season. How do you like that change this year?
I like it a lot because now I get to narrow down that top 8 or 9 early to go into January conference time and have a group ready to go. Now, I would love to play 10, 11, but you got to know exactly who's going to give you what by the time you get in conference, because conference is tough.
Well, Coach, this year you talked about it. You got a lot of freshmen. So who are some freshmen that you're looking to step into some key roles early on in the season?
Well, losing the point guard we had last year, we got Allie, who's going to step up early for us in the point guard position. Now, Allie's more offensive minded, and then we have Lamani, who's a backup. She's more defensive minded. So you'll see 2 different types of point guards on the floor. Wish they was both in one body. Then you got KB who come out and shoot it, and then you have the Clinton girls from Clinton. Just to step up, we got a lot of freshmen that can contribute in different areas. And you got Addison from Olive Branch, that's a big guard that uses her weight to get down low or just to shoot it. So all of them will be key contributors that just love basketball and want to play, and they want to win.
And I think that's something that's been lost over the last few years is the heart and the want to. There's plenty of talent out there, and, you know, that's a dime a dozen. But when you get a kid that has that heart, has that want to, that really makes a difference.
Well, you know, with the COVID, a lot of kids lost the accountability part. And so this group, I feel like coming in, they have basically everything is back to normal. So they know the accountability, the responsibility, they're disciplined, willing to work hard. So it makes it easier as a coach.
Absolutely. Now, everybody talks about expectations. It's easy to say here in the latter part of October, well, our expectations to win state championship. Well, let's break that down a little bit more finite, if you will. What's your expectations in November, heading into the Thanksgiving break and heading into December? How to see your team grow? What do you want to see the growth of the team over that first half of the season?
First half of the season, I just want those freshmen to settle in, get to understand the shot clock, understand how to move the ball, just being physical, playing for 40 minutes. You know, in high school, they may have to guard one person. Here at college, you're going to have to guard 5, and then maybe 2 or 3 coming off the bench. So that's what we're working on this first half of the season, knowing that you got to guard that whole 30-second on the shot clock.
Well, Robin, the season's going to tip off on November the 1st. I know you're excited about it. Any final thoughts before we get there?
Hey, just come out and support us. You'll have an exciting show. I think you will love this team this year. You just need your support in the stands. Be our 6th man.
We appreciate it, Coach, and good luck this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for opening night here at the Davis Event Center. ICC taking on Columbia State. Let's take you to the floor for the playing of the national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And we will keep it here as we get set for tonight's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups to be called out here over the PA system. And then we'll send it over to Mr. Jim to call those out as well. But let's take you back to the floor for PA announcer Sam Ferris.
And now, introducing the starting lineup for visitors from Columbia State Community College, coached by kindergarten assistant Corin Ledley. From Station Camp High School in Henderson, Tennessee, freshman standing by for the State's number 0, Tenaya Penway. From West Lauderdale High School in Meridian, sophomore standing by for 11, number 11, Jalika Clark. From McCavitt High School in Nashville, Tennessee, a freshman standing by for 5, number 14, Jemiah Gooch. From Oakland High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a sophomore standing 6'2", number 20, Terriana Covington. And from Fayetteville High School in Fayetteville, Tennessee, a freshman standing 5'10", number 32, Hannah Ladford.
And that was your starting lineup there for both squads, but just in case you couldn't understand those that time, We're going to send it over to Mr. Jim right now as we put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show and let him tell you about today's starting lineups for both squads, brought to you by the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works.
Mike Adams starting for Columbia State Chargers. In our first game tonight, Tanaya Petaway, a 5'6" guard, a freshman from Henderson, Tennessee. Jaletha Clark, a sophomore, 5'11" from Meridian. Jemiah Gooch, number 14, a 5'7" sophomore from Nashville. Number 20, Tarina Covington from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And rounding out the starting lineup, Hannah Lideker, a freshman, 5'10" from Fayetteville, Tennessee. For your Indians, your Lady Indians tonight, starting Allie Beckley, the 5'3" freshman from Pontotoc. Kanaya Flowers, a 5'8" freshman from Clinton. Shayla Golden, a 5'10" sophomore transfer. Number 21, Michaela Reeves, a 6' freshman from Columbus. And rounding out the starting lineup, Shamai Carruthers, the 5'10" sophomore from Tupelo.
And that is your Tupelo Coca-Cola starting lineups, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. The Indians will control the opening tip here as they are in their home white. And the opening possession will go as a turnover, as Columbia State will have it. They're in their green and white uniforms, flashing back to my high school days. That was the colors at Calhoun Academy. As ICC in their home white, trimmed in red and blue, they open a press with no problem, handled there by Columbia State. Ball fakes on the three. He's going to step up, take the long two. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound being tapped around and eventually pulled down there by ICC. That was Flowers with the board. So ICC with the basketball. Both teams with a possession so far here to start the contest. No score in this one. And there is going to be a foul, as that foul, I believe, whistled on Zero Petway, as she tries to come out and get a little aggressive defensive there, just a little too aggressive. So Lady Indians inbounds. They do so. They find it to the point guard. That's going to be Beckley. Around the perimeter they go. Long two-pointer on his way. Well off the mark, no good. Though the rebound chased down the corner by the Indians. Swing it back up top. Three-point basket on its way. That one no good. And we've got a foul underneath, and it's going to go against the Indians. Well, Jim, neither team able to get anything started here early. You got to think nerves a big part of it.
That's what I was going to say, Adam. First game of the year, just starting. Two teams battling. No score. Nerves. Got to get that out of their system, get rolling here.
A rare doubleheader tonight here at the Davis Event Center. I know that sounds weird, but ever since COVID, they've kind of split up the home and away dates in conference play. But ICC men will play tonight as they'll face Mississippi Delta. That will be a non-conference game, but I do believe it'll count towards region play later on this season. Still no score in the contest. ICC with the jump trap, and we're going to have a hand check foul called on the Indians. And that's going to be the second foul called on the Indians. We've got substitutions coming into the contest here early for ICC. Vick wearing number 3, and then I believe it was number 24. That's Naylor into the contest. Jim, you can tell us more about those young ladies. Nice pass underneath. Shot blocked.
Good job.
Whoa.
Naylor is a 5'9" freshman from Clinton, Mississippi, playing tonight. Came off the bench for us. And who's the other lady?
Number 3.
Number 3 is Jasri Vick, a 5'6" freshman from North Little Rock, Arkansas. Adam, we have 10 freshmen and 4 sophomores on this team.
Yeah, that's going to make an interesting start to the season as the referees kind of want to talk things over here about the shot clock after the block shot there by ICC. Didn't hit any rim, so it shouldn't have reset. And so they're going to talk it over and see where they're going to reset it. I thought the button had a return option, but I guess it doesn't. So new score table this year, as they're going to be learning as we go as well. They're actually going to add a couple of seconds to it. So they're going to say 22 seconds now on the shot clock. Still no score in this one. 8:32 to go in the first quarter of play. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram bringing this action. Lee Adams on the sideline taking photos for ICCimages.com. Raphael Henry up top running the camera for tonight's action. Shot clock now down to 5 seconds. Long three-pointer, good. Big basket knocked down that time by Covington. First points of the contest for either team. ICC tries to get back in a hurry. It was taken away, but out of bounds, last touched by Columbia State. So ICC will inbound it on the baseline. The Indians patiently working around the perimeter right now. Turning in this contest 3-0. Wanting to go in on the drive, running shot, a lot of contact, no foul called. And Columbia State gets away with one there. Now Columbia wanting to get out and run. Down the other end, reverse layup, no good. Shot blocked underneath that time by the Indians.
Good job by the defense.
Ball nearly turned over there by the Indians. ICC able to get away with it, or get away from it, I should say. Tries to go inside. Great defense to slap it away. Well, the Indians struggling offensively to start the contest here, trying to figure out a combination that's working right now, but this Columbia State defense playing tough. Only a three-pointer that's double dribble.
That's double dribble.
Had to be.
She dribbled that.
Yes. But yeah, only a three-pointer that was put up in desperation just before the shot clock ran down is the only point so far in the contest.
Adam, as you well know, in women's college basketball, it's 4 10-minute quarters, and we played almost 3 minutes. It's 3-0 Columbia State. Both teams struggling with nerves, I think, here early in the first game of the year.
Indians with the basketball on the far side. Columbia wanting to come out and trap. They try to bounce it off the leg of the Columbia defender. They do so as it just goes out of bounds, and the ball will go back to ICC. So ICC basketball there in front of Columbia's bench. Still looking for the first points of the season, as Columbia has been stingy defensively. Now ICC wanting to go inside, kicks it out, but just a miscommunication there as she was looking to kick it out that time to Owens. Owens wasn't quite ready for it as the pass was behind her, and the ball will go back to Columbia State.
Adam, Columbia State's playing good defense this first 4 minutes of the ball game.
Indians in the press, trying to force a turnover, and they do.
Back and forth.
So backcourt violation there against Columbia State, and Jim, ICC's doing a good job of playing tough defense. Unfortunately, just no points on the board yet to show for it.
You know, we're playing good defense, causing turnovers, and that's why we're only down 3-0, but we got to score. Got to break the ice here.
So the Indians with the basketball, man-to-man defense out of Columbia State. They are the Chargers. Drive inside, pull-up jumper. No, she tried to dish it out, but nobody there. Just a little too unselfish that time, and another turnover by the Indians.
Adam, you know, we're dressing out 14 ladies tonight. Columbia State's only got 9 dressed out, so maybe we'll get an up-and-down game and wear them out later in the game.
Well, correction, it was not a turnover. It was last touch by Columbia State. And so we're going to have to get the shot clock reset here. And they do get it reset. So ICC will key it in here. Good crowd out to the ball game so far. Still some fans making their way out here to opening night at the Davis Event Center, and there's a turnover by the Indians, taken away by Columbia State. Chargers wanting to get out and run. Spot up 3 from the side. That one long, no good. Long rebound, though, chased down by Columbia State. They put up a long 2. It's well off the mark, no good, and ICC with the rebound. Now they want to get out in fast break opportunity here for the Indians. Layup is no good. Offensive rebound put back, no. Great opportunity there for the Indians. One of the few fast break opportunities they've created for themselves tonight. But instead now, ICC will head to the free throw line. Substitution coming in here for ICC. This is number 11, Howell, coming into the contest. Also a substitution coming in here for Columbia State. That's going to be number 24, Warman. And, well, Jim, the young lady at the free throw line has really long hair and is covering up her number right now.
You're right, Adam.
As the first free throw is good for the Indians, and that's the first points of the season. Looks like this is going to be 21.
Is that Michaela Reeves?
Reeves at the line. She misses the second free throw, but the rebound pulled down by ICC, and now they're going to swing it around. And
what's the call?
It's like trying to get a substitution there, but don't know why they stopped the play in action there. So it allowed Columbia State to reset, unless that's a new rule, but that rule would not make sense. So ICC gets it in, just beats the 5-second count, but the handoff in her foot was out of bounds, and the turnover bug has bitten the Indians very hard here in this opening quarter.
Adam, in the first 4 minutes of this game, there's no doubt in my mind ICC Indians, Lady Indians, have at least 5 turnovers.
At least, for sure. So inside 6 minutes now, Columbia State, they've struggled as well. They've only got a 3-point basket to show for the contest so far. ICC nearly takes that one away. And, oh, my goodness. If we're going to have a season filled with those type of touch fouls, it's going to be a long season, Mr. Jim.
I believe they got that on Addison Howe, her first foul of the ball game. You're right, that's kind of a touch foul.
Well, unfortunately, the scoreboard is not updating the fouls in this situation.
Yeah, I've been looking for that. Three to nothing, Columbia State with the ball, with the lead.
3-1.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
3-1. I apologize.
No,
we
you're
did
good.
score.
Yeah,
we did score.
we made one of those free throws.
My goodness.
Yeah, I was in the process of texting John Wayne since there's an issue with the scoreboard to see if they can come over and help get the foul situation. I think that's what the delay in the game was with the referees talking to the scorers table. So that will be the third team foul. So we'll just have to listen to Sam when he calls out those fouls. And it looks like Columbia State's wanting to come out with a little bit of a press here of their own. Well, as I said, first game of the year, teams are going to go through some struggling. New scores table is going to go through some struggling. Even the equipment goes through a little bit of struggling.
And maybe your announcers, not you, Adam, but the other redneck that's helping you will struggle.
We drive the struggle bus, Jim. As the pass goes inside, ICC, good help defense from Columbia State. 3-point baskets off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound put back too strong, no. Third time is it a charm? No. This one's slapped out of bounds, and it should stay with the Indians. And it does.
Adam, good job hitting the boards. We had 3 chances there. We didn't make it, but we're offensive rebounding. I like the effort from the ladies.
And so it'll be 5 minutes to go, and ICC has still not hit a field goal from the floor. The only point coming from the free throw line, and this is a low-scoring affair, to say the least.
And the good news is we've got 1 point. We're only down by 2.
Shot clock down to 5 seconds, and there's going to be another one of those hand check fouls, this time called on Columbia State.
All right, 14.
And now the scoreboard looks like it's ready to go on the fouls here. As substitution in for ICC, this is going to be number 14, Katie Beth Hall. And there was a substitution in for Columbia State. I believe it might have been 15, Rouser, checking in for the Chargers.
Hall's a 5'8" freshman from Ingomar High School.
That shot's off the mark, no good. Indians just can't buy a basket here in the early goings of this one, but luckily for the Indians, neither can the Chargers.
Three to 1, Adam. Still 4:46 left in the first quarter. Columbia State Chargers 3, ICC Lady Indians 1.
So Columbia State with the basketball. Tough man-to-man defense. One thing that Coach Robin Porter's been known for is her tough defense. Is a drive inside, skip step. That layup's off the mark, no good. Loose ball with the point guard, gets it back, fires up the 3. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. And finally corralled by the Indians, and there's a foul by the Chargers.
I believe that was on the Rouser this time, number 15, her first foul of the ball game.
And that is going to be the 5th team foul here, so ICC will go to the free throw line, and this is kind of been the only spot they have been successful tonight, and it'll be Hall heading to the free throw line.
Her first shot is a Lady Indian right now.
It is. Of course, she had the hot hand at the Chop Rally and nearly hit 30 three-pointers in that three-point shootout, three-point contest. Misses that first free throw. will get a chance at a second, and that one finally falls. 3-2 Indians trailing in this one, still looking for their first basket of the game. Quick three put up, and it's back iron, no good. Rebound being fought for underneath. It's going to be a jump ball, and it should belong to Columbia State. And it does. And so Columbia State ball on the baseline. They're leading it by 1. Inside they go. The shot is up, and a foul called on the Indians as Rouser just kind of chunked it up as soon as she felt the contact. It went in, and a big basket there. Those have been few and far in between. And now the lead back to 3 here. A chance to make it the largest of the night at 4.
Katie Beth Hall picked up her first foul for the Lady Indians.
Another one of those just, I hate to say this, Jim, but ticky-tack calls.
It was. I believe it was.
As he misses the free throw, so that will keep the lead at 3. Hall, three-pointer, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Columbia State. Now here come the Chargers. Trying to drive baseline. ICC takes it away. Long two-pointer on its way. Short, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, and it's going to be a foul called here, and I believe it's going to be against Columbia State.
I believe that's Rouser's second, number 15.
We'll see if they put that one up on the big board. And, yes, it is going to be her second. And the Indians will go down to the other end to shoot more free throws. So 5-2 is your score. This has been a unique start to the ball game, Mr. Jim.
No doubt.
As that free throw is no good for the Indians.
Adam, I believe that's Michaela Reeves at the line. And she's going to make this one, okay?
I like it. You got pretty good at this last year.
And
that
I'm
one no
wrong.
good, but she got her own rebound,
There it
puts
is.
it up,
I
and
didn't
there.
say when she was going to make it, okay?
There is our first basket of the season for ICC. And it comes with just about 3:45 left on the clock. And then Columbia is going to turn it over, and a chance for ICC to get the ball back and take their first lead of the game. Well, good job by the Lady Indians weathering the storm, because they could be very frustrated right now considering they're just ice cold from the floor. But luckily for the Indians, so has been Columbia State.
No doubt. And let's give our Lady Indians some credit, playing good defense, good rebound, and just right now not shooting well. That will come.
15 seconds on the shot clock. They go inside with it. Kiss off the glass and good. Big basket there as ICC takes their first lead of the night at 6-5. As that was Yates with the basket. Columbia State trying to answer on the other end. Turnaround shot is good. One of those that Carruthers tried to draw the charge, didn't get the call, and an easy turnaround basket for Clark to retake the lead here for the Chargers.
7-6, Chargers with the lead, Lady Indians with the ball, 2:40 left in the first quarter.
So Lady Indians try to go to work here. Still tough defense. Jumper from the key on its way, well off the mark, no good. It'll go out of bounds and back to Columbia State. Well, Jim, we talked about it. We were wondering, we've got a big event on campus tonight. It's the Diamond Dance, a dance celebrating the 75th year of ICC being in existence. We didn't know how good the turnout would be from the students, and, well, we've got a great one tonight.
We do. Great crowd for the first game of the year. Very proud of our students and our alumni and fans.
Transition basket knocked down there by the Indians. That one good by Yates, and ICC retakes the lead, and Columbia State needs the timeout. Let's take it with them here from Renaissance Bank. We'll be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back out of that timeout, ladies and gentlemen. We do want to remind you about Davis Ford. If you're looking for your next new or used vehicle, look no further than Davis Ford, located at 904 West Main Street right here in Fulton. Or you can visit them online at davisfordsales.com to experience the Davis Ford difference. Well, Jim, ICC starting to get back and kind of find their rhythm, I guess. Shouldn't say get back into the rhythm, but find their rhythm, and they lead this one 8-7.
I'm proud of the Lady Indians playing a little half-court press here. Forced the ball out of bounds. Columbia State retains the ball, but the Indians have got a lead 8-7, 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
So the ball goes out of bounds, but it will stay with Columbia State. Indians press has kept Columbia State out of their rhythm, as they did take that timeout the previous time down the floor. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Still that tough man-to-man defense out of the Indians. They try to go that high-low set, swinging around the perimeter. Dribbles inside for a closer two-point shot. It's an air ball, and it's going to be well, the ICC caught a break because they did have possession of the basketball before the shot clock went off, and she thought she was going out of bounds and saved it inbounds, and Columbia State kind of gathered it in and got the layup. So a break there for the Indians. Back into the contest is Reeves here for ICC. So the Indians a chance to build on their largest lead of the night. They lead at 8-7. As they feed this one quickly inside. Hammered, couldn't get the shot to fall, but ICC will head back to the free throw line. Again, remind you, we do have a double header tonight here at the Davis Event Center. ICC and Mississippi Delta men will follow this game. It's scheduled for 7:30. I don't know if they'll stick with a true 7:30 or if they get a chance to start a little bit early. We'll see. As the Indians back to the free throw line, a place that they have struggled, but that one up in and good there for Reeves.
Adam, I believe Reeves is 2 for 4 tonight from the foul line.
Second free throw on his way, and got them both. Big answer there for Reeves, as ICC now with their largest lead, matching Columbia State's largest lead at 3.
10-7, Lady Indians up. Mikhail Reeves leading the Lady Indians with 5 points tonight.
Trying to feed it inside, ball tipped away, but right into the hands of Columbia State. Up and under move, no good. Rebound to the Indians. Well, that was a strong rebound there by Dixon. ICC out in transition, jumper good. Big basket there for Carruthers, and now ICC starting to stretch this one out a little bit. Columbia with the basketball, and there's going to be a bumping foul. Well, that one official has called the...
She's called a lot of fouls.
Yeah, she's called a lot of fouls. Each team now with 5 fouls. Well, Columbia has more than that, but each team now with 5 fouls, so that will put Columbia in the bonus here for the remaining part of the first quarter. 58 seconds to go here. All right, getting some substitutions in. And that free throw bounces around and falls through for Covington.
And she leads them with 4 points tonight. As we mentioned, a low score in first quarter. 12-8, Lady Indians up by 4 now. Still 4.
Rebound to ICC. That's Carruthers. She's wanting to get out and push. And now gives it up on the wing. Driving inside. Running shot is up. No good. Oh, nice job kicking that one back out. But no, the layup would not fall. Loose ball on the floor, and the Indians find it. And they go for that underneath move, but there's another hand check foul. And, Jim, judging by the way this hand check has been called here in the first quarter, you feel like that's something the referees were told maybe during their clinic to kind of keep an eye on this season. And that's what you tend to see in the early part of the season is they keep an eye on it, and they keep an eye on it a lot.
They do, and they call them a lot. And let's be honest, it will benefit the Lady Indians tonight. We mentioned Columbia State only has 9 players dressed out.
Carruthers hits that first free throw and a chance to keep extending this lead here for the Indians. And she does. Largest lead of the night now for the Indians. As now Columbia State with it, trying to go backside. Great job on the help defense, and that should be travel as she rolls around the floor. Ball comes off the bottom of the backboard, though. The layup is good. That was Petway with the basket. Indians try to rush it down the floor on the other end, but turn it over. And a big turnover there as now Columbia State can make a big dent in this Indian lead here in the final 21 seconds. Shot clock is off, so they can hold off for the last shot if they want.
And they're down 14-10. Lady Indians up by 4. The Chargers have the ball. 17 seconds left the first quarter, and they just threw it away.
And turnover there. Good defense by the Indians, and that's going to be one thing this year, Jim, that you have to keep an eye on. The 10-second violation is no longer counted out by the referee. It's kept by the shot clock, so the referees kind of keep an eye on that. I don't know why they wouldn't not do that before that, but that is the official rule this year. So Carruthers with the basketball, working with 8 seconds. Drives inside, jump shot is no good, but she's bumped on the way up, and she'll head back to the free throw line. So with 5.8 seconds to go here, ICC, Jim, kind of impressive by the Indians. It took them a while to get on the board.
No doubt. It took them a while, and now moving ahead.
Yep.
Moving this lead up, Adam, doing a good job.
And not only that, but also with this made free throw here, we'll have 16 points in the first quarter as they went more than half of the quarter without scoring, and
good
they
point.
do. And that matches the largest lead of the night now for the Indians at 6. With 5.8 here, and for the Indians, you don't want to give up a cheap foul in this situation. So Columbia State with it. They're going to work this one to midcourt, throw it into the corner, and not going to be able to get the shot off. And ICC will take a 16-10 lead here at the break. We'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Little Caesars is now the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Let's go! Come on, keep it hot.
It's good! Pizza, pizza?
Again!
Harder, readier! Let's go, let's go!
Pizza,
pizza.
Pizza, pizza. No! Pull! High five!
Pizza, pizza!
Come on!
Pizza, pizza!
We're ready!
Enjoy game day with a Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperonis.
Pizza, pizza.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me. And the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance. And I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want. And I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back out of that timeout, ladies and gentlemen. ICC struggled to start the contest, but a strong finish to the first quarter. They lead at 6-10. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. And a little confusion on the scores table once again. And the officials trying to get everything squared away. Now they're getting it as they're having to reset the fouls here. Like we said, new folks on the scores table, so they're learning as they go. Indians lead this one 16-10, largest lead of the night. Jim, what did you think of that first quarter?
First quarter, as you mentioned, Adam, we didn't even score the first 5 minutes. Then we got in a little bit of rhythm, continued to play good defense, finally got our offense going, pressured them, and found a way to get 16 points the last 5 minutes and pull away with a 6-point lead. Proud of the Lady Indians.
Go inside, and layup is up, in, and good. Nice start to the quarter there, as that was Golden with the basket, and ICC now with their large lead of the night. The trap, and that's going to be a 10-second violation. And ICC forces a turnover.
Good job, our defense. You know, we talked about ICC turning the ball over. Let me say Columbia State is turning the ball over. Great effort by Lady Indians.
Well, I see two legends in the house right now, Mr. Jim. Brother Chris Burrows chatting up with the myth, the man, the legend that is not as good as you, Tyrone Fox.
Tyrone Fox. Appreciate the football coaches coming out and supporting.
Beautiful assist there by the Indians, as that was Reeves with the basket. Now ICC doubling up Columbia State. And this is the Indian squad we're used to seeing here, and that's going to be an over and back violation. And another turnover here forced by the Indians as they lead it now 20-10.
Adam, we mentioned they've only got 9 ladies dressed out. We're going to press them and press them and press them and probably fatigue them.
Yes.
Press them some more. They'll be fatigued.
If we can follow them to the locker room and press them, they probably would.
No doubt.
So ICC leading this one 20-10 now here over Columbia State. Running jumpers off the mark, no good. Rebound is pulled down by the Chargers. Chargers want to get out and try to run a little bit. Driving, trying to go coast to coast. Extra pass. The ball's going to be slapped away. And last touch by Columbia State. I like the aggressiveness there I saw out of Petway. Driving inside. Drew the defense. Ditched it off to her center in the middle of the floor who just wasn't ready for the basketball. Continue to make that attack because it worked well. Just got to find a way to execute it.
No doubt about that. It worked well early in the ball game. The Indians have stopped them the last 5 or 6 minutes of this ball game. We've got 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. ICC Lady Indians 20, Columbia State Chargers 10.
Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. We'll hear part of the interviews from Coach Adams and Coach Ashford. If you'd like to see those in their entirety, we encourage you to visit our YouTube page. Simply search Let's Go ICC on YouTube. Got those interviews and tons and tons and tons more content. We've got volleyball matches in their entirety from this season. As there's a shot up in and good. Golden with another basket. Also got soccer matches. We'll get those men's matches up here pretty soon as well. And basketball games from previous years. So tons of content there on Let's Go ICC YouTube channel. 3-point basket, good. That stopped a lot of bleeding there as Gooch nails the three-pointer for Columbia State.
Cut it to 9, 22-13. Lady Indians up by 9. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left until halftime.
So ICC with the basketball going that high-low set. Golden ready for it again. She's had back-to-back-to-back baskets now for the Indians. And looks like Columbia State needs another timeout. Yes, they do. Let's take the timeout with them. Hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okalona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC leading this one 24-13. A good start to the second quarter here for the Indians as they forced a lot of turnovers. That time just caught maybe a little too aggressive. The shot was off the mark, but there's Carruthers with the rebound, and she's fouled. Still got some more fans coming into the house. Has a good crowd making their way out to the ball game, and we do want to encourage you, if you're watching at home, to make your plans to join us. Next week, we'll actually be on the road Thursday for a pair of games, but join us next week. You can visit letsgoicc.com to find that both women's and men's basketball schedule, as there's another foul. This one's going to go against Columbia State. And that's going to be Gooch, and I believe that's going to be, if I heard correctly, her third.
Third, yes, sir.
So a big foul there. As we talked about it, Jim, or you talked about it, they don't have a very deep bench tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players unavailable for this game. So foul trouble could be something looming large here, but did not seem to go to the bench on Gooch picking up her third foul. Good defense out of Columbia State. India's going to have to get it up in a hurry. They're not going to. And a great job there by Columbia State to force the turnover.
Give them a lot of credit. They're down by 9, 24-13, 6 minutes, 42 seconds left until halftime. Columbia State still hustling. Lady Indians still up by 11 here in the second quarter.
So Columbia will get it in. ICC staying in that press that has caused Columbia some problems tonight. As this time they get it across without an issue. Or as soon as I say that, they nearly turn it over. So now the Chargers with it, near side of the floor. Want to drive inside. Oh, nice extra pass, but a little bit behind her intended target of Clark that time. And that's an unfortunate turnover there for the Chargers.
Had a good play worked up, just threw the ball away. Indians get the ball back, 6:20 until halftime. Lady Indians 24, Columbia State Chargers 13.
Well, Columbia just sent in a substitution. It wasn't for Gooch, as I anticipated. With her having 3 fouls, she's still on the floor right now. So ICC with it, wanting to work one-on-one up top, nothing there. 10 seconds on the shot clock, driving inside. The shot is up, blocked. A good defense there by the Chargers. Trying to get out in transition, looking to go coast to coast, and she does. Nicely done there by Petway to finish at the basket and trying to keep her team within striking distance here. It's 24-15 with 5:45 to go until halftime. Indians with the basketball. Drop back. She is fouled on the shot, as that was Owens that time. And that will be the 4th team foul. And a pair of free throws coming up here for Lamani Owens.
Lamani is a 5'5" freshman from Olive Branch High School.
So she'll have a chance to push the lead back out to double digits here for the Indians. And can't make that first free throw. ICC has led as much as 12 in this contest. 3 has been the largest lead for the Chargers.
Lamani's going to make this one, Adam, okay?
All right.
It's going in.
What you say, Mr. Jim?
It's going in. I'm not saying it anymore. It's my bad. I jinxed her.
So the second time tonight you jinxed somebody, Mr. Jim.
I'm going to be quiet.
ICC quickly gets back in a half-court trap, and they're, the ICC fans thought he was about to call a foul, and some of the students there got up in a hurry. Instead of traveling was called instead, so the turnover either way will give it to the Indians. If anything, it might have taken away an easy fast break point.
Lady Indians playing great defense here in the second quarter. We've extended our lead. It was 16-10 into the first quarter. We're now up 24-15 and scored again, Adam.
Nicely done there, as that was Beckley.
Her first points of her career at ICC.
So big basket there.
Give Columbia State credit. Got the ball inside, found the big center underneath. Lideker made the shot, cut the lead 26-17. 5 minutes left until halftime. Lady Indians with the ball. Beckley with the ball outside, setting up the offense.
Indians with it now, trying to drive inside. They kick it out to Hall. Hall for 3. That one off the back iron, no good. So Columbia State with it now. Swinging around, baseline jumper on its way. Good. Nice answer there on the other end, as that was Lideker with the basket. So Columbia State hanging around in this one.
Lideker's last 2 shots. She's got the last 2 buckets for Columbia State. We're coming up 4 minutes till halftime, 26-19. Lady Indians up by 7.
Inside drive, extra pass underneath. The layup is good. Thing of beauty there on that extra layup, just making that little scoop pass underneath, and ICC gets the basket. Good.
Yates, the freshman, Columbus, 6-foot center. Now got 6 points for the Lady Indians.
And then a nice job by Yates on the defensive end not to cause the foul. They jump it back on a behind-the-back pass, and a foul on the Chargers.
I believe this is Jazzery Vick, the 5'6" freshman from North Little Rock, Arkansas, at the line. Trying to get her first 2 points for career at ICC.
I like it. Sorry about that, Jim, having to try to get up with some folks to help get some things corrected around here. As that first free throw is no good. Well, I tell you what, that's going to be one thing that's going to haunt Robin in her sleep tonight, is these early free throws that ICC has not been able to cash in on.
We've missed 6 or 7 free throws here early in the ball game and missed another one.
There's an offensive rebound, though. Going to try to put it back up. Her shot was blocked. Good no call by the referee. And now Columbia State with the basketball. That's going to be a kick ball. And it should stay with the Chargers, and it will.
Adam, 3:24 left to halftime. ICC Lady Indians up 28-19 on Columbia State Chargers.
And so Columbia with it on the baseline. Quickly spotted up, tried to go for the three, and luckily just cut that one off before she traveled, as Carruthers was right in her face. A jump ball situation here, and I believe it's going to stay with Columbia, and it will. So the Chargers will have the ball on the baseline. And they get it in just before the 5-second count. Trying to drive inside. Tough defense by the Indians. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Now make it 5 seconds. That's a travel. Just picked up that pivot foot right before she put the ball on the floor, Jim, and that's just a tough break there.
Good defense by the Lady Indians. Another turnover on the Chargers.
So the ball will go back to the Indians here. They lead it 28-19 with 3 minutes to go until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned. We'll have some special interviews coming your way, part of the Little Caesars halftime report here from Fulton. And that's going to be a moving screen. Good call there, as she never really got set, just came running out, kind of bumped it into her with her hip and gave a little bit of a, not a shove, but a little bit of a push. And the ball will go back now to Columbia State. So Columbia State needs to go on a strong run here to see if they can continue to chop down this lead from the Indians. ICC has led as much as 12. And then there's going to be another one of those hand check fouls called here against the Indians. And that one's going to be on Carruthers.
Adam, first game of the year. A lot of turnovers and a lot of fouls in this ball game.
Yep, as expected. You know, both these teams, they've played some jamborees, but majority of the action you've seen against your own teammates. So we talked about it, little nerves probably causing this, and just some beginning of the year just miscues. Plenty of stuff to learn from for both these teams here in the first half. ICC with the basketball now, going to work it on the other end of the floor. And another moving screen call here against the Indians. You got to get set when you set that screen, as Coach Porter's asking for what the call was or why she called it. And, well, what the referee explained to Coach Porter is physically and mathematically impossible. As we'll take a break and try to figure out what she's talking about. We'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back out of that timeout, ladies and gentlemen. 28-19 is the score. 2:21 to go here until halftime. I'm Adam Gore, joined by Jim Ingram, Raphael Henry running the camera, Lee Adams shooting photos and updating Twitter. You can see photos from tonight's games or other events on campus by visiting ICCimages.com. And Jim, your thoughts so far here on the second half? 2:21 to go until halftime.
Second quarter, ICC's controlled the second quarter. We started out, as we mentioned, a lot of turnovers, couldn't make shots. Early in the first quarter, settled down, got control of the ball game. We've been steady here in the second quarter. They've hung around. We've got a 9-point lead. We need to finish good here the last 2:21 of the half.
And for Columbia State, they kind of just need to find a rhythm. The ICC's defense has kept them out of it. There's a wild shot put up, and the rebound to ICC. And there's a jump trap, and that's got to be a foul.
Called jump ball.
Again, I'm going to remind myself this is the first game of the year, but if we've seen barely touch fouls called on hand check, and then poor Flowers just went to Suplex City thanks to the girl from Columbia, and it's called a jump ball.
You know, Adam, we talked about the players, first game of the year struggling. Maybe the officials first game of the year, they might be struggling. We understand
totally
that.
fair. Totally fair. Is going to try to get everything squared away here.
They're getting their jitters out of the way, I hope. Timeout for some reason here.
I think it's a shot clock issue going on.
Thank you, sir. 2:04 until halftime. 28-19. Lady Indians over Columbia State Chargers. As we mentioned, 2 minutes left until halftime.
Remind you some more of our sponsors. First American National Bank. ICC fans, show your school spirit with the First American National Bank exclusive ICC debit card. Visit FAMB.bank for more information. That ball is going to be slapped out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Indians.
13 seconds on the shot clock, Adam. We've got the ball with a 9-point lead, 1:52 left until half.
Nice ball, fake inside to go. Layup is there. You said it, Jim. Great pass there. Nice finish, as that was number 20. That's Dixon with the basket. Columbia State trying to come back down and answer on the other end. And there's a big three-point basket knocked down. Big answer there out of Covington. Keeps it an 8-point contest. That layup is good on the other end. As that was number 21, Reeves, with the basket. So this will be free throws coming up here for
Columbia State. That was number 14, Gooch. She made the first free throw. She's got 4 points tonight. It's 32-23. Lady Indians up. 1:11 left until halftime. Gooch has one more free throw, Adam.
Referee getting her Tucker shirt in. We'll be able to regroup at halftime, and I'll be able to answer some of these text messages, hopefully, as that free throw is up, in, and good. More substitutions coming in.
Adam, they've cut it to 8, 32-24, 1:11 left until halftime. Lady Indians with the ball. You got Owens at the point right now, running the team. Back to Golden underneath. Golden, who's had a hot hand underneath. Lost the ball, goes out of bounds. Off Columbia State. 57 seconds left until halftime. Lady Indians retain the basketball.
Thank you for taking over there for a second,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jim. So ICC basketball on the baseline. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Inside a minute to go here until halftime. Indians with it. Looking for someone cutting underneath. Nobody there. Now they kick it out. Long two-pointer on its way. No. Rebound being tipped. And ICC will eventually lose it out of bounds. But that's one of those hustle plays as a coach you don't mind seeing with three of your own players chasing after the ball.
Three players knocked the ball out of bounds, but great hustle by the Lady Indians.
So 40 seconds to go in this one. Right about 12 and a half seconds difference in the shot clock and the game clock. Columbia State working it around, trying to drive inside. That's where they've had their money tonight. That shot's off the mark, no good. Strong rebound. Nice job there by Howell to tip it to herself and get it on the other end, and results in a layup.
Tell you what, Michaela Reeves is very athletic. She can handle the ball.
That basket puts ICC back up by 10. And there's going to be another hand check foul called here on the Indians. So free throws coming up here. Got to take advantage of these opportunities here, Mr. Jim. Try to keep it within 10 going into halftime. That first free throw, though, no good.
Petway's at the line. She's got 4 points tonight for the Chargers. Missed both free throws. Lady Indians with the rebound. Got 5 seconds till halftime. Driving.
Nice.
Underneath. Woo!
And a strong finish to the half there for the Indians as they will take a 36-24 lead into halftime. ICC matching their large lead tonight at 12. We're going to take a break and come back with a Little Caesars halftime report. Back with more right after this.
Little Caesars is now the official pizza sponsor of the NFL.
Let's go! Pizza.
Keep it hot.
It's good! Pizza.
Again.
Harder, readier. Let's go. Pizza.
Pizza. No, pull. High five.
Pizza.
Come on.
Pizza.
We're ready.
Enjoy game day with the Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperonis.
Pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
All right, Coach Adams, basketball season here. How many years has it been now at ICC?
This is my 4th year.
So coming into your 4th year, has the feeling changed with this opening tip for the first game of the season, or is it still like day one?
Well, every year you have different expectations and different ideas. It's still a rush. It's still that feeling of opening season and just want more and more. So it's still a great feeling every year.
Well, let's help the fans that may not get to know you get to know you. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, and how you found your way to ICC.
Well, I'm originally from Oxford, Mississippi. I coached at the junior high and high school level for about 12 years and made my way to ICC. I would bring my teams up here for camps, and I was blessed with an opportunity, had put my application in, and like I said, blessed. But I played college basketball, played at the Russ College.
There you go.
But overall, just ICC has always had a great reputation of academics as well as sports, and I wanted to be part of the ICC Road Tribe family.
I like it, and you kind of touched on it there. What did you know about ICC before you got here?
Well, I knew that it was a winning program. I also knew that Coach Gray, the former head coach, I played against her when she was at Tupelo, and I knew that she had a well-coached team. And as I got to know her assistant coach Porter, who is now the head coach, I just knew they had a discipline program, not only with fundamentals, but just hard workers on and off the floor. And I would just hear about ICC. They became a name because I would normally hear other schools, but then ICC became the conversation around where I was from.
Gotcha. And then once you got to ICC, obviously 4 years ago, so you've had a lot of time to drink it in, but what was it like when you first got here, now that you heard about it, but now you see it?
Well, it was more than what I expected. I promise you, I was like, okay. And me moving away from my family, it was like a family. And I was totally caught off guard with the family asset because I was like, I have children. And with that family asset, it came with the program, the basketball program. I've learned so much. I've been coaching 15 years, and each year here at ICC, I've not only had the opportunity to grow in my career, but I've also had the opportunity to love the game even more with the players. So
yeah, you talk about that family atmosphere. That's one thing I did miss when we COVID, couldn't ride on the bus anymore. I didn't have Superstar by me anymore.
Yes.
She couldn't tell me what to do.
Definitely.
So, but well, Coach, in your 4 years, what's been the biggest thing you've learned for you professionally when it comes to being a coach and improving you as a coach?
Well, you can never get comfortable. On the high school level, junior high level, you have those kids for a number of years. Here, you have a turnaround rate because it's just a community college where it's only 2 years, even though a lot of them wish they say it was a 4-year. But you can't be too comfortable, and you have to adapt. Every player is different. And every year, even though you have a certain style of play, you have to implement what's best for your team in order for you to be successful.
Over 100 crispy Old World pepperoni. Cheesy crust edge.
This Fanceroni pepperoni from Little Caesars is fancy.
Am I fancy enough for the Fanceroni? I'm wearing cargo shorts.
But Tim, me too. Fancy isn't measured by your inseam. Fancy comes from here. Because if you are what you eat, then we're all feeling mighty fancy today!
Yeah! Try the Fanceroni pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperoni. Pizza, pizza.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Well, Coach, basketball season finally here. I know you got to be excited. Introduce yourself to everybody. Let them know who you are and what you do here at ICC.
Yeah, my name is Chip Ashford, and I am a volunteer coach for ICC women's basketball, and I am having a ball.
Well, Coach, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Where you from, what you do, and what brought you to ICC in a volunteer role?
Well, I'm from Tupelo. I've been in Tupelo about 30 years or so, and I work for Bank Plus. And as far as basketball, I started, I guess, about 20 years ago with NMB Hoop Dreams, the AU team. And from there, we coached, I guess it's been 2 years now since we worked, but we were at TCPS for 4 years. And then Coach left, and I couldn't follow him wherever he went. So I've been knowing Coach Porter and Coach Adams for several years, and me and Coach Porter used to talk. I come to a game and we'll talk about, we text to talk about games. And so I just love being around basketball, whatever capacity I could be in. So I was calling her during the COVID time, saying, hey, I really don't have anything to do. You need some help or whatever. And at the time, she said, let me see about it because it's COVID. And so eventually, I guess, I don't know, it's going to be a little funny. I don't know if I called her or texted her. I don't know what she said, but what I heard was, if you quit calling me and texting me, I'll let you come over here and help me out and do something. So, and like I say, it just, I didn't care what it was.
Right.
Manager, I just wanted to be around basketball.
Yeah. It's just that love of the game.
Love of the game.
What is it about basketball, man, that just gives you that type of love?
Well, it started, actually, I guess, with my daughter, and she was 16, and we started that NMB Hoop Dreams team. And after that, when she got through playing, I was just saying, like, what am I going to? And so we just kept on with the NMB Hoop Dreams. I guess it's, like I say, 15 or 16 years, and we had some great kids come through. And then, like I said, we went to TCPS and did that for 4 years. And then again, I was just like, what am I going to do now? And so I just, whatever. Like I said, I told Coach, I come over here and watch the tires, put up the whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
Little Caesars is now the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Let's go! Pizza. Come on, keep it hot.
It's good. Pizza.
Again.
Harder, readier. Let's go. Pizza.
Pizza. No, pull. High five.
Pizza.
Come on.
Pizza.
We're ready.
Enjoy game day with the Fanceroni Pepperoni, with over 100 Old World pepperonis.
Pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just moments away from starting the second half of play. ICC leading this one 36-24. Jim, you know who's happy about ICC with the lead right now?
Who's happy?
Our boys, Big Fitty and QC. They came by the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth and gave us a shout out. Loving what they see tonight, but what I love to see is Big Fitty, QC, and the rest of the ICC students out there having a good time tonight.
Adam, we've got a good crowd tonight. We talked about football season just ended. A lot of things going on at campus that we do a great job with, but we have a good crowd here for the first girls game. We expect them to stay for our boys game that starts after this one.
I don't think Big Fitty had his phone pulled up like he said he was, so we're going to give him another shout-out here in a minute. He just looked back up here. But, Jim, real quick, take a look at some of the stats that you had here in the first half.
Yes, sir. First for the Lady Indians, winning 36-24. I'll be brief here. We're getting ready to start the game. Reeves leading us with 11. Shayla Golden leading with 8. Charity Yates has 6 from inside. Carruthers has 6. Dixon 2. Katie Beth Hall's got 1. And Beckley has 2 for the Columbia State Chargers. Petway's got 4. Covington leading with 7, Gooch with 5, Rouser with 2, and Clark with 2, and Lideker with 4.
All right, as we're back to action here, I see my guy down there, Big Fitty, QC with his phone. I don't know if he's heard me yet or not, but Big Fitty, hope you have a good night and help cheer the ICC Lady Indians to victory down there on the sideline. Quick shot put up in and good. Nice start to the second half there by Petway. She's been the spark here. It's ICC, though, quickly down the other end with the answer.
Good job. Who was that with the basket there, Adam? I missed it.
That was number 21 for ICC. That was Reeves with the layup on the other end of the floor.
Reeves has started out well tonight. She's got 13 points to lead the Lady Indians.
3-point basket sent on its way. That one halfway down, no good. Rebound being chased down. Columbia State finds it. And now they're going to reset the offense. 15 seconds now on the shot clock. Spinning in the paint. Nice shot put up. No good. Rebound slapped out. But there's another rebound offensively there. Shot blocked, though, by the Indians. And blocked again, but that time a little bit too much of the arm, and there's a foul.
Adam, we've given ICC Lady Indians credit for hitting the boards. Hey, give Columbia State, they got 3 shots in starting this third quarter.
Well, you can tell one of the things that they wanted to focus on was coming out with a lot more intensity than they finished that first half with, and that's one thing they did. ICC with their large lead tonight, matching their large lead tonight, I should say, at 38-26. As that first free throw, no good. Both teams struggling from the free throw line tonight. Second free throw, it's up in and good. But no, they're going to say a lane violation,
Didn't
though.
count.
Writes that one away.
I know Lideker will not be happy with that. She drained the free throw. Does not count.
So empty trip from the free throw line after the violation. ICC leading this one 38-26. Lady Indians in white. Chargers in green. ICC with the basketball, trying to find something there. Just poor spacing on the floor, taken away easily that time by Columbia State. Spins in the paint, goes underneath, shot no good, and a big rebound there by the Indians. And this is going to be a jump ball as it's tied up underneath that time by Columbia State. It'll be ICC basketball.
38-26, just started the third period. 8:34 left in the third period. Lady Indians 38, your Columbia State Chargers 26.
So ICC with the basketball. Jim, both these teams struggled to start the ball game. And then we've got another timeout here, another shot clock issue. And so they will reset here. As still waiting to get that squared away over there at the scorer's table.
We've got a delay in the game. Third period, 38. Is that 27? I thought we did not count that point on that free throw.
We did not count the point on the free throw, but they put it up there anyway.
So we got to take it off. I hope. And it's not off.
I mean,
anyway, ICC Lady Indians had the ball. 8:20 left in the third period. Beckley out front, feeds underneath. Indians looking to get a shot underneath. Back underneath. Great play by Golden. Golden now with 8 points. Good feed underneath for the layup. Her first 2 points in the third period. 40-26, I think. Lady Indians up by 14. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Lady Indians on the fast break. Golden's got the ball going underneath. Got the layup again. ICC extends the largest lead tonight, 16-point lead, 42-27, 26.
And a timeout taken here and a full timeout taken by Columbia State. We'll take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC leading this one 42-26 as they do make the correction on the scoreboard there. Columbia State will have the basketball. ICC falling back in more of a mid-court press now. And Jim, the Indians a strong start here to the third quarter.
No doubt about it. Largest lead of the night, 16-point lead for Lady Indians.
That layup is off the mark, no good. Big, strong rebound. Put back is up and good. Nice job there by Clark to get physical, rip the rebound, and get the basket.
42-28. Lady Indians with the ball. Golden, who's been red hot in the third period, drives, gets fouled going in for the layup. Foul on Columbia State, number 11, Jalitha Clark.
And so ICC will head to the free throw line. And, Jim, we talked about it. This is a spot that both teams can really improve on tonight. ICC got hot about halfway through that first quarter, if you will, then kind of cooled back off from the free throw line. But Good time to get reheated here from the charity stripe.
No doubt. And Golden's come out here hot with 12 points. Lady Indy, she nails that free throw. She now is tied with Michaela Reeves. Each has 13 points for the ball game.
So a chance to be the outright leading scorer, and she does knock down both free throws. And ICC up big time in this one. Largest lead of the night for the Indians. And there's going to be a hand check foul called here on ICC, and that's something you're going to have to get adjusted to here if you're the Indians and the Chargers, as the referees have called that really tight, and looks like they're going to continue to call it tight here in the second half.
I believe that's Golden's third foul of the ball game.
I believe you're right on that. And now driving inside is Columbia State, trying to back down the defender. Turnaround shot, bouncing around, and good. Nice basket there by Lideker to be able to get that one to fall. An impressive move there in the paint. Lead back to 14. Good feed by the Indians, just wasn't ready for it. Long two-pointer, good. That was Flowers with the long two, and ICC with a nice answer after the nice bucket on the other end. Now this is going to be a quick three put up. It's airballed, but Columbia State finds it. Now they're going to kick it back out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now make it 5 seconds. Going to have to do something with it in a hurry here. Tough defense by the Indians, not giving them anything. Easy air ball, and that'll be a shot clock violation as it goes out of bounds, and great defense there by the Indians.
Good defense by the Lady Indians. As we mentioned, our coaching staff stresses defense. They played it tonight. It's one reason we have a 16-point lead with a little over 6 minutes left in the third period. Lady Indians 46, Columbia State Chargers 30.
This is matching the largest lead of the night here by the Indians at 16. And then that one turned over, but then a great job hustling back, trying to get it back. But Columbia State gets it back after that. That shot is up, bouncing around, and good. Good job there by Clark to get the steal and the finish on the other end.
46-32, they cut it to 14. Lady Indians with the ball with the 14-point lead. 5:40 left in the third period.
Indians with it on the far side of the floor, looking to draw on the drive on the inside and running two-pointer. Off the mark, no good, and the rebound to the Chargers. Nice job there by Warman to get big and get physical to pull down that rebound. And now a chance for the Chargers to continue to cut into this lead. Nice drive to the basket. No help defense, though. And the Indians dodge a big-time bullet there. Now here comes Carruthers. Wanting to get out and run. Didn't like what she sees. Going to back it back out now and reset the offense. 5 minutes to go here.
That's got to be a foul.
Say knocked her off balance.
They've been called less than that all night.
Big time, and it took the second bump to get the call. As we're going to have, it's like substitutions coming in here for ICC. I believe it's Howell who is checked back into the contest. A trap on Carruthers. She's in trouble, and they're going to call a timeout. Timeout taken here by the Indians. Let's take the timeout with them. And here from Renaissance Bank, and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 46-32 is your score. 4:58 to go here in the third quarter. ICC with the lead. It was a cold start for the Indians. They were able to bully their way out to a 16-point advantage and have held the lead since finishing the first quarter, leading 16-10. So now getting the ball in play here. And another turnover. Nope. It was a turnover, but then the young lady from Columbia State, trying to make a play for her team, grabbed the ball right as it went out of bounds. And ICC dodged a bullet there. And that's a foul.
They called it all night.
You can't complain about that if you're a coach or a player. And I believe that's going to be the 4th foul there, whistled on Clark.
You know, Adam, we cut up about the officials, but they've done it. They've been very consistent tonight on their fouls, so, hey, give them credit.
And that's the key thing there, Mr. Jim. And
be consistent.
That's one thing that Steve Diffie has always said. Even if you're consistently inconsistent, be consistent.
Right.
And they have for sure been consistent tonight. ICC with it. Carruthers pull-up jumper. Yes. That was a good-looking shot knocked down there by the sophomore. And ICC now leads again by 16. So if you're Columbia State, just stay patient. Don't rush shots, and that's exactly what they did on that attempt down the floor there. As the turnover on the air ball gives the ball back to ICC. So the Indians with the basketball. They're going to trot it into the front court here, leading 48-32. Little inside-outside game. Going inside, running hook shot up, no. And the rebound pulled down by the Chargers. So Columbia State with it, trying to drive inside, scoops it inside. Turnaround shot is up, no good. But a foul on ICC, and I believe this one's going to go against Lathan. That's going to be her first foul.
It's Tanaza Lathan, the 5'9" freshman from Columbus, played at Caledonia High School.
And she will head to the sideline along with a couple of other ICC players. Mass substitutions in for both teams, as this will be number 11, Clark, heading to the free throw line.
You know, Adam, we're talking about the players tonight and the ICC Lady Indians. If you're not recognizing these names, you shouldn't, because 10 of the 14 players are freshmen. New players, new energy.
So waiting the free throw here. That one bouncing off the back iron, no good. Rebound being tipped out, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Indians. Jim, you said it. I mean, you look down this, and you've only got for ICC really and truly 4 sophomores, but
correct.
Of those 4, 2 are transfers. So really just 2 players that returned from last year's team, and only one of those that had significant time.
And one of the other sophomores not playing tonight.
As that ball is inbounds and taken away by the Indians. Fast break opportunity here. Layup is good. Good, strong finish there as now ICC with their largest lead of the night.
Give Lamani credit. 5'5" freshman Olive Branch. Her first 2 points as a Lady Indian.
She was able to get the steal and finish on the other end. 3.5 to go here into the third quarter. You hear the ICC fans getting behind their defense. Columbia State with it now. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Now make it 4. Long 2-pointer on its way, and that one rattles home somehow.
At a 2-pointer, correct?
Snuck that one in. Yes, it was a 2-pointer
for Clark.
From Clark that time. The iron oh-so kind for Clark, as she had to rush that shot with the shot clock running down.
50-34, Lady Indians with the ball with a 16-point lead. 3 minutes until the third period ends.
ICC with it now, driving inside. Scoop shot, yes. Strong finish there for Naylor.
Let's give her credit. Ayana Naylor, a 5'9" freshman from Clinton High School in Clinton, Mississippi.
Trying to drive inside, and then we've got a foul on the other end. And right now you're kind of seeing Yates a little upset with the call there, as the guard, when she went to the basket, kind of led with a forearm and put a elbow into her chest and kind of retaliated after that, and she was the one that got hit for the call.
And a lot of times it's the retaliation, the second person gets called.
Nice cut to the basket. Layup no good. Offensive rebound ripped. It's put up. It's no good. And the ball's going to be slapped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Chargers. I'll tell you what, I've been very impressed with the play of Clark tonight. She's got a good inside-outside game, but she has been monstrous on the board.
I was going to say third period, Jalitha Clark, the freshman 5'11" from Meridian, West Lauderdale High School for the Columbia State Chargers, has played extremely well. A lot of very athletic, hitting the boards.
So drive to the basket here. Shots way too strong in the rebound. Pulled down by Howell. And ICC trying to get it up the floor in a hurry. They finally do so. And Indians with it. They ball fake it. They're going to back it back out. Good job there not losing their head. When they didn't get that fast break, they were able to collect themselves and reset the offense.
Lady Indians with their largest lead, up by 18. 2 minutes left in the third period, 52-34.
Skip pass here. ICC driving inside. Works it outside. Long two-pointer. Off the back iron. No good in the rebound. Reeled in there by Petway. We talked about the play of Clark. Petway looking good running the point guard for Columbia State tonight as well. That ball thrown away out of bounds, and they go back to the Indians with 1:43 to go here in the third.
Adam, we mentioned this is the largest lead for Lady Indians, up 52-34, 18-point lead, 1:43 left in the third period.
I invite you to stay tuned at the conclusion of this game. We'll have the men's game coming your way. We'll break away for a moment with the broadcast, and then we'll come back with that Davis Ford pregame show. And there's going to be a hand check foul there called on Columbia State. That one's going to be whistled against number 15. And that's Rouser, and I believe that might be her fourth foul as well.
Lady Indians moving the ball around. 18-point lead, 1:20 left in the third period. A traveling.
Yep. Just drug that pivot foot before putting the ball on the ground. And a travel call there on the Indians gives the ball back here to Columbia State. Jim, Columbia needs a big run here. Trailing by 18 with 1:20 to go. You got to think if you can get this right around that 10-point mark, maybe even down to as much as 12 before going into the fourth quarter, you got to feel pretty good about yourself.
No doubt about it. And they need, the Indians played outstanding defense the entire game. And causing like that, another turnover by the Chargers. The Indians on a fast break.
We'll drop it back, and the layup is good. Good job trailing to Flay that time by Flowers. Could have easily watched from half court instead. Hustled down the floor and got those hustle points, and then there she gets the steal. Baseline jumper, no good. Indians, though, get it back and put it up in, as that was Reeves. Instead of Flowers, that was actually Howell. Yes, that got that last basket.
And let's give her some credit. Addison Howell is a 5'8" freshman from Olive Branch High School. Her first 2 points of the career.
And a big-time block shot there on the other end by the Indians. Trying to finish this third quarter off in big-time fashion here, as now they lead the largest lead of the night here at 22. Quick two-pointer put up, back iron no good. Rebound being fought for. Loose on the floor, the Indians find it. ICC wanting to get out and run. This is Beckley. Crossover, layup, money! That'll get the student section right.
That got them going.
Down on the other end, that layup is good. Just cherry picking and got the basket on the other side that time. As ICC is going to have to rush it up here with 1 second. It counts if it goes, but it's off the backboard, no good. Big third quarter there for the Indians. They lead at 58-36. We're going to take a timeout here. A word from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Dark or empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center. And
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, out of the timeout. ICC, Jim, a big third quarter. You talked about it. A plus 10 quarter there for the Indians, and they lead this one by 22, largest lead of the night.
Good job by the Indians, 58-36, really pulling away now here. We want to finish strong, though, in the fourth quarter. Got a whole quarter to play well with all our freshmen. Means a lot.
Quickly on the inbounds, puts the shot up, no good, and the rebound ripped down there by the Indians. So I believe that was Reeves with the rebound. Now here comes ICC. Boy, they like to run. Didn't have numbers, backs it back out. Now they swing it back up top to Reeves. Her long two. That one off the mark, no good. Carruthers snatches the rebound. That's how you rebound the basketball.
No doubt about it.
ICC resets the offense. Now they want to set it to Reeves. Looking to go inside to Golden. Instead, now they kick it back out. Drive inside. Outside to Carruthers. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to do something with the basketball. Two from the baseline is off the mark, no good. Nice ball movement. Good defense, though, by the Chargers to hold the Indians to no points that trip down the floor. Drive to the basket, and they're going to count it. Little NBA continuation there.
Give Petway credit.
Yeah. Nice job by Petway, and a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way here. Well, we'll give a shout-out to my buddy Dave, all the way back in California with WSN and the rest of the crew out there at WSN. We made some transition to some new equipment for the start of basketball season, and he has been able to monitor it tonight and also come in and help with some of the issues that we had with the internet earlier, as that's going to be another lane violation. Second one we've seen tonight against Columbia State. But, yeah, shout out to Dave and the rest of the WSN crew that's always does a great job to help us get ICC athletics coming your way here on the ICC Sports Network.
Thank you, Dave.
So Indians with the basketball. Being a little bit more patient here on the offensive end. Hall eyes, tries, buys the three-point basket. Well, Hall nails the three-point basket and a big one there for the Indians. Jim, does that make it 23?
23-point lead, 61-38, 8.5 minutes left in the ball game.
That was a design play. Oh, beautiful lob to the backside there, but couldn't quite get the layup to fall, and ICC was able to get it across, and then just a travel as she didn't want to throw it backcourt, but drug that pivot foot before getting rid of the basketball and turned it over either way. Well, again, remind you the men's game be coming up next, but it'll be ICC and Mississippi Delta tipping things off.
As Adam mentioned, 61-38. Lady Indians up by 23, 8 minutes left until the ball game.
Columbia State with it right now. If you're Columbia State, you just want to use this opportunity to go through your offense, run through your motions, make sure you make your screens, run everything crisp, see if you can get back in it. And a little frustration there after she felt like she was bumped, didn't get the whistle, tried to step into that toss and traveled. But right now, yeah, not saying you can't get back in the game, but it's starting to go in the way of the red and blue. So you just want to use this as an opportunity to kind of work on your game heading into your next contest.
No doubt, Adam. You're down 23. You're not going to win this game, but play hard. Let's see how you can finish the ball game.
That shot is off the mark for Columbia State. Rebound loose on the floor. Carruthers has it, tosses it out, then a jump ball is called. And I believe this will go in favor of the Indians on the tie-up. So 7:48 to go as the referee is just going to try to mop up the floor here. Indians trying to open the season with a win here against Columbia State. Of course, they're out of Tennessee. Jim, I remember we went up there, I think, for softball one year. They have something called the Mule Festival.
Mule Festival.
That is a big-time festival out there as they go for the no-look pass, but it goes out of bounds. So
I've not been there, but give me some information on that, and maybe we'll have to attend.
Well, that's not a bad idea. We can put it together and have a little field trip, but
educational field trip that we need to take.
Yes.
Columbia State's got the ball down 61-38. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the ball game. As Adam mentioned, Columbia State wants to finish strong. They're probably not going to come back and win this game. They're moving the ball around. Try a long three-pointer. No good. Rebound. Lady Indians with the rebound. Beckley with the ball, our point guard, setting it up. Nice move. Drives in for the layup and scores. Throws her defender, Adam. Good job by Beckley.
Jim, I just need to let you keep doing the play-by-play because that's when they have some of their best moments of the game. This is now 63-38 in favor of the Indians, and a timeout's going to be taken here by Columbia State. Let's keep it here, though, and Jim, I do have to make a correction. It's not the Mule Festival. It's called Mule Day.
Mule Day.
Yes, it has been a very popular tradition around Columbia. It started all the way back in the 1840s, where it began as Breeders' Day. A single-day livestock show, Mule Market, is held every first Monday in April. So, yeah, so that's going to be a little bit more information there for you about that. So Mule Day is what it's called. And, again, I remember, like I said, we either had baseball or softball up there, and there were a couple of natives kind of restless that they had to be at the baseball or softball game instead of being at Mule Day.
Well, you know, hopefully some people at Columbia State are listening to this broadcast, and we expect an invitation, a flyer about Mule Day in April.
Absolutely. I'm all about a big festival now.
No doubt about it.
Apparently this one is a big one there. I'm just trying to Google some information while we're out of this break.
And if they want to send us some food coupons or some gifts, whatever they'd like to do, we'll be welcome. We would welcome that, and we would accept it.
Absolutely. As there's going to be a drive to the basket and I believe a foul here on the Indians.
You know, you learn something new every day. Columbia State Mule Day. I like it.
Yes, and that's it's one of the I always say that's the purpose of life, is to learn something new every day, and we have, in fact, learned something new.
Getting back to the ball game, 63-38. Indians up by 25. Lady Indians 63. Columbia State Chargers 38. Fourth quarter, 6.5 minutes left in the ball game. Columbia State shot no good. Rebound, Lady Indians. Controlling the ball, controlling the game.
Indians will get it across half court now, wanting to work a little one-on-one action. Goes up and under. Instead of putting the shot up, they're going to kick it away, and that was a 3-second violation call there on the Indians. A very quick 3-second violation. Yeah, if any Columbia State fans would like to update us and tell us a bit more, hit us up on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Tell us more about Mule Day.
Yeah, Mule Day. This is getting interesting. 63-38. Lady Indians with the lead. Turnover on the Chargers. Lady Indians get the ball back again. 6 minutes, 13 seconds left in the ball game. And, Adam, you got to say, we knew coming to this game people would be rusty, but we also knew we had 10 freshmen out of our 14 players. I think they performed very well, especially in the second half.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those games that at the end of the night, both teams will be able to have a lot to learn from, as there's a shot underneath, and it's good. That's going to be an early nominee for our What a Play Wednesday there, as that was a crossover, got the defender to hit the deck, and then was able to get the dish on the other end. That three-pointer's off the mark, but excellent hustle there to save it in bounds, and eventually ends up back the way of Columbia State. There's going to be a reach-in foul here on the Indians with 5:41 left to play. Again, men's game coming up next as ICC and Delta will square off.
Adam, our largest lead of the game, 27-point lead for the Lady Indians, 5:41 left in the fourth quarter.
Columbia State with it on the far side of the floor, now wanting to work it inside. And a reach-in foul called here on the Indians. We'll have a substitution coming in here for the Indians in this opportunity. Two players will come in. And that foul's going to be the 5th on the Indians, so it'll be free throws coming up here for Columbia State. That free throw is off the mark, no good.
Adam, they've hurt themselves on the free
Big
throw
time.
line. I'm going to say, and hopefully I'll keep up with stats better, they've missed at least 15 free throws tonight.
Yeah, I think at the end of the night they're going to look back and see that's going to be that and the turnovers are going to be some of the things that loom large tonight here for the Chargers. That ball is going to go out of bounds. It's last touched by ICC. Or excuse me, by Columbia State, actually.
5.5 minutes left. Lady Indians 65, Chargers of Columbia State 38.
So the Indians going to go to work here on the offensive end. Kick it around, wanted to drive inside, but a traveling call, and Coach Porter called that one too. Is again, just not getting the ball down on the floor quick enough and dragging that pivot foot. We've seen that called 3 or 4 times tonight. And again, some of those early season in-game moments that may not get called in practice. So you kind of get used to that, so you have to make those adjustments. So Columbia State with the basketball, trying to battle their way back into this one, moving it around the perimeter. 3-point shot, high arching, off the mark, no good. Rebound, chased down by the Indians. ICC now wanting to get out on the break. Oh, good, excellent transition defense, and then we're going to have a foul. That was a great job there by number 14, Gooch, who is dealing with foul trouble in this game. Came across and made that stop to take away what would have been an easy layup for the Indians. So ICC ball to inbounds on the baseline. That's Hall. We'll kick it out quickly. And Hall didn't have the shot, so she's going to send it back up top, and Indians are going to work the offense. And again, you just cannot extend that arm as a defensive player. Part of me, if you keep the elbow bent, I've got no problem with that. But if you're using a stiff arm to change the direction of the ball handler, then that's different. But if you call it where you can't touch them at all, then that just puts the defender at a big-time disadvantage. That shot is off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, partially blocked. It's going to be out of bounds and to stay with the Indians.
4.5 minutes left in the ball game. ICC Lady Indians up 65-38.
So making some substitutions in this situation. I want to remind you of some more of our sponsors. One of those being your State Farm insurance agent, Brandon Poland. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, give State Farm insurance agent Brandon Poland a call at 862-9648. That's 862-9648. And he can get you a free quote when you schedule an appointment today. He's located around halfway down South Adams Street. You see that big red State Farm sign. Stop by and see Brandon and get that quote and thank him for sponsoring tonight's action.
Brandon's been very supportive of ICC.
So Columbia State with the basketball. Coming up on 4 minutes left in this one before we can call it final. ICC used a very big third quarter to open up this game, and there's that touch foul again. Well, the men's game was scheduled to tip off at 7:30. It will not. As it'll be interesting at the end of the night once we get these stats to see how many fouls have been called. Or I say in the night, we can check the letsgoicc.com tomorrow. Not only that, but again, Jim, missed free throws.
And I'm hopefully going to keep up with that in the boys' game. But tonight, you know, Columbia State has hustled, but they've missed 15 to 20 free throws. That has hurt them if they're down by 27 points.
Second free throw is good as that one, nothing but the bottom of the net that time for number 20, Covington. And we're going to have a timeout taken by ICC. Timeout on the floor. Let's take it with them. Hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 65-39, ICC with the lead. 3:56 left in this one. And Jim, unless something just crazy happens, ICC going to open the season with the win on a very positive note. But we talked about Columbia State wanting to get a strong finish here to build on some momentum. ICC wants to do that with some of these younger players, especially a team filled with freshmen.
No doubt about it. We had a 22-point lead at the end of the third quarter, and we're up right now by 26.
And she's going to step out of bounds as she went to put the ball on the floor, and it's going to go back to Columbia State. Well, right now, if you're Coach Porter, you really like the fact that Columbia State is still in your face defensively, giving you a lot of pressure in this situation to be able to test some of these younger players. So Columbia State with it. Looking to try to go on the drive. Now spins baseline underneath. Reverse layup is off the mark. No good. Rebound to Columbia State. Puts up a wild shot. It's no good. And ICC pulls down the rebound. Now here come the Indians wanting to run. No look pass. Layup. No good. And we've got a foul on the rebound. Well, see who they call this on is. Didn't really see anything on either team, but apparently this is going to go on Columbia State. And Columbia State coach is coming up and asking what the foul was called on. And I'm with you, Coach. I didn't see anything.
Adam, we just brought in 4 new players, and we got a 5th one waiting to come in after the shooter at the free throw line hopefully makes her free throws.
And so they're going to say no free throws, so that should get
her in, yeah.
Other player in this situation. Or not.
Here she comes.
And now they're going to get her in, as this is going to be Tynesha Chisholm coming in for the first time tonight. And so with 3 minutes to play in this one, ICC is making sure everybody's getting some PT here in the opening game of the year. Lob over the top. Beautiful play. Layup is good. Nice little read there and a good feed over the top as ICC continues to pour it on here late, 67-39. Well, I say continues to pour it on. That was just a good offensive stance there. And here we go again. Jim, can I say what you said about the whistles during the break?
Go ahead.
You mentioned how the referees are going to have to go buy some new whistles after this one.
Yeah, they might have to.
And I'm surprised they're not worn out yet.
We talked about they got to be consistent, and they have.
And they have been. We're not bad about them in any sense. We're just saying they've caught a lot of fouls tonight.
No doubt about it.
And give credit to the officials because they could have noticed that hey, we might have called it a little bit too tight early on, but they have stuck with the same style of calling on those little hand check fouls with 2:38 to go in the contest. Second free throw, the first one was good. Second one, no good. Rebound being fought for on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will be in favor of the Chargers. So Columbia State with it now. It's going to spin it around. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Chargers.
2.5 minutes left in the ball game. ICC 67, Chargers 40. Lady Indians pulling away. 27-point lead here.
Shot blocked there by Chisholm. And the Indians get it back down the other end. Just could not hold on to the basketball. And the turnover gives it back now. Inside they go, and then the Chargers return serve with a turnover of their own. Well, that blocked shot got the crowd fired up there.
Good job. I believe it was Chisholm that blocked that shot.
It was. Chisholm came in and took care of things there defensively in ICC.
Adam, is it Dixon or Chisholm? I believe it's Dixon. Is that correct? We've been saying Chisholm.
No. It's 30.
I'm sorry, my bad.
And there she is with the basket.
My bad. Chisholm with the basket.
She was a late addition to the roster.
I apologize. Great job by Chisholm. Listen to the crowd.
69-40 now, inside 1:45 to play. 3-point basket on its way. That one's off the mark, no good. And the Indians pull down the rebound. The Indians get the layup and count the basket. Well, I tell you what, Jim, it's been a minute since you've heard the Davis Event Center this electric this early in the season, and you gotta love the fan support, but also the student body that's come out tonight to cheer on the Lady Indians.
No doubt about it. Great crowd tonight, and the Lady Indians are giving them a lot to cheer about.
As that layup was good, and this will send Lathan to the free throw line. And she's able to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way there. The Indians pulling away in this one.
Taniza Lathan, she's a 5'9" freshman from Caledonia High School.
Largest lead of the night here for the Indians, and have a moving screen foul called against the Chargers.
And they've been consistent with that call tonight.
They have. So with 1:14 to go, ICC is going to get a positive start to the season here with a not only an impressive win, but a good second half after a, Jim, let's just say it, a dismal start to the contest.
No doubt about it.
Trying to go inside to Chisholm that time, threw a little bit inside behind her, and the ball will go out of bounds back to the Chargers.
You know, Adam, the effort, the tenacity, the defense, and us winning will bring the crowds back more and more to see this team play.
And so the Chargers with it as they move the ball up the floor. Coming up on 45 seconds to play in this one. Shot clock now down to 10 seconds. Skip pass across the way. Inside they go with it. And traveling is going to be the call there. As that time it was Terrell who just couldn't quite find her footing as it goes out of bounds. And now the Indians will have the ball back. 4 seconds difference in the game clock and the shot clock. Columbia State wants to come up and add some pressure. Indians handle it, but then nearly turn it over, and it is going to be a turnover. Good job there, as that was Petway. We talked about her play tonight, Jim. She is not giving up. She could have easily just packed this one in, but she has given no doubt 100% tonight.
Columbia State, like you said, is not giving up. Hey, they're down 32. They're still playing hard.
So the Chargers with the basketball. Shot clock is off now with 15 seconds to go in this one. ICC is going to pick up the impressive win tonight to open the season. Columbia State working around the perimeter. Indians extending the defense a little bit, not a lot. 2 seconds, they put up a long three, back iron no good, and that'll do it. Your final score here in the first of 2 games to start the season. ICC picks up the 72-40 win. We're going to take a quick break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report and check out some stats and more as ICC wins the first game of the night, 72-40 over Columbia State. Back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins 72 to 40 to start the contest, as we'll take the scoreboard away as it's reading the new scoreboard here. Jim, give us some of those stats real quick.
Very quickly for the ICC Lady Indians, had a big win tonight. Michaela Reeves led us with 19 points. Shayla Golden, the freshman, came with 14 points. Dixon had 2. Carruthers had 8. Naylor had 2. Yates had 6. Owens had 3. Katie Beth Hall had 4. Howell had 2. Flowers 2. And Beckley 6. That got us to 72 points. Columbia State Chargers leading them tonight was Covington had 9. Lideker had 8. Jalitha Clark had 8th off the bench. Gooch had 5. Rouser had 2. And Pedway had 8 points. Lady Indians win 72 to 40 over Columbia State.
And that's going to do it here. Your final score from Fulton in the first game is going to be 72 to 40, as we're going to take a break and step away from the broadcast for a moment. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the start of the men's game here on the ICC Sports Network.